Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch Movie. I am Mike, and this is everything we know so far, including the recent teaser trailer breakdown of Zach Creggers' Weapons. So what this movie is about, all we know about this movie from the get-go, is that it's about a classroom of kids. They all belong to the same classroom. The teacher in that classroom is Julia Garner, who was just recently in the Wolfman movie. All mysteriously get up. They all live in the same town. They get up at 2:17 a.m. and they run out of their front door. They run through the suburban neighborhood. They're caught on CCTV and Ring doorbells, holding their arms out like this and just running through the streets like the Teletubby programming finally just broke loose in their brains. By the way, the first place I would go is TikTok challenge. I'm like, those shits are on their phones too much. My second theory would be Ezra Miller's on the other side of that shit over there, and he's beckoning the children towards him. He's striking again, and he needs to be stopped. It's very short. It's only 45 seconds long. I have a theory that I think we may be getting the full trailer, possibly tomorrow. I thought for sure tomorrow until I learned today that the I Know What You Did Last Summer trailer is definitely coming out tomorrow. So now I'm thinking maybe next week. But this trailer that they showed us today only features little bits and snippets of what we heard they played for everyone at Cinemacon. Just a few weeks back, Jay and I did live coverage of it as it was going on. Not from there, but you know. Anyways, you can check out those live streams and our live stream coming up Tuesday night where we can talk about this and more at 8 p.m. Eastern. Maybe 8 p.m. Don't quote me on that. It's Tuesday. Anyways, there's a full trailer that they showed. And all of this teaser was shown in that trailer, but there was so much more to it than that. So we're going to talk about that. First off, in this trailer, though, we hear a man talking to a concerned parent. And I'm assuming the concerned parent is Josh Brolin's character, who plays a concerned parent in this, who's the dad of one of these kids, who starts to go after the teacher, thinking she must have something to do with this. In the clip, an unknown voice, which I believe belongs to Toby Hess. He's listed in the IMDb. It's the one that makes the most sense. He has kind of a principal-esque, vibe to him as a person. If you don't know who Toby Hess is, he is, I got peanut butter on my penis guy from Halloween 2018. But he's so much more than that. He's a great character actor. He was awesome in *Halt, Catch Fire*. He's been in a ton of stuff. Definitely an awesome actor. But his character's name is Captain Ed in this mysterious movie.
Because God forbid if it was my child, I'd be demanding answers too.
But in it, he's like, listen, the only reason I don't mind having these conversations with you is because if it was my kid, I would feel the same way. But nothing grabbed those kids and pulled them out of bed. They willingly got up and left running around the house like they were trying out for the next Bam Margera MTV2 show.
Those kids walked out of those homes. No one pulled them out.
And are you seeing something I'm not? While overlaying this creepy footage of these little fuckers running footloose through the streets.
What do you see that I don't?
Of this quiet suburban town. So, plugging that into what we heard the trailer is going to be and what I think we're going to be getting when we see it is super interesting. And this comes from Variety, who was there at Cinemacon and tells us the rest of the footage that's missing from this trailer that we may be getting soon. They say that in the trailer, an innocent but ominous little girl's voiceover says Miss Gandy's room was totally empty because the night before at 2:17 a.m., every kid woke up, got out of bed, walked downstairs and into the dark, and they never came back. She becomes the focal point of it, of both parental and administrative anger, and it's not long before these kids start appearing to her as apparitions, rocking hollow eye sockets and disturbing smiles, which kind of reminds me of literally Smile, what we just saw with the black phone, but obviously there's stuff to show here. And part of the big thing with Barbarian, what they did was the marketing was so minuscule. They didn't say anything. You had that conversation with Bill Skarsgård going on in the beginning of the movie, lets you know nothing that's going to happen the rest of the way. And I imagine they're doing the exact same thing here. This is a movie that's going to start out seeming like this is the topic, and then out of nowhere, it's going to turn the car around. And I will take you fucking home, mister. And it's going to turn the car around, and it's going to switch everything up on us. So I think that's what's going to happen here. But anyways, it says Brolin plays a particularly heartsick parent coming for Garner and demanding answers about his missing daughter, who, again, I'm assuming he's the one being talked to in the trailer that we hear. They say that they can't stress how upsetting some of the footage was, featuring children sleepwalking giddily as if possessed, running into the pitch dark, which we saw. But they also say the final moments of the trailer revealed a terrifying figure hiding deep in the woods, one that looked overwhelmingly like a female clown. A female clown. Is it the titty monster? Probably not. However, that's haunting. I want to see that fucking clown. When's it going to be my time to see that fucking clown? Now seeing how creepy this trailer was, knowing that there's a female looking clown on the other end of that, Maybe it's Casey Anthony, who knows? But no, I cannot wait to see that, and I hope we get the trailer super soon. But there's more to it. This does, we learn, connect to Barbarian in some form or fashion, or at least lives in the same universe. Because at the end of the trailer, you see Maybrook missing. Maybrookmissing.com, which, by the way, sort of creepily, when I clicked on it, it gave me one of those, you're entering an unsafe space where people are going to try to steal your information. Google it and want to let me go. I imagine that's maybe because so many people are going there right now because the trailer just came out, but interesting enough. Anyways, once I got inside of it, Maybrook News, this really shitty but old school like 90s website comes up. Maybe a hint at when this takes place, by the way, because this is totally a 1996 website. There's no doubt about it. Or maybe just a small town. I've seen, we live in Kentucky. A lot of websites still look like this, so maybe that's all it is. But yeah, 17 children, by the way, specific number at 2:17 a.m., whatever that means to you. But it's just a little news story of what happened. There's no need to read it all. They have these little clips that have been showing up, basically what we saw in the teaser. Just little Ring doorbell footage of the kids, running around like fucking weirdos, children under the stairs. But the reason that we know it's tied somewhat, or at least in the same universe as Barbarian, is because this little part right here where it says underground prison discovered in rental house. And you click on it and it literally tells the story. Now, by the way, Maybrook is not Detroit. That movie took place in Detroit, as we learn in the movie. But the article is still in here, which is kind of weird. I'm not sure exactly how it connects. But yeah, those connect in that way. And I've clicked around the rest of the site. There's really not much there except for that. But it is cool. I always love to see these ever since, if you're my age group, you remember being scared fucking shitless by how they marketed the Blair Witch Project. And Hostel had a really great marketing as well. I remember being really pumped up about how gross that was supposed to be. It still had its moments. But yeah, that is everything we know about this movie. And all we know so far, I think we really are going to get something soon. I almost didn't make this video today because I'm like, I feel like the full trailer is right there. But at least we can kind of set the stage and connect all the dots that are out there so far. Hopefully I'm not missing anything. But yeah, I love how mysterious they're keeping it. It feels like what they just did with Longlegs. It feels, again, like not as extreme as making an entire fake documentary and scaring the fuck titty jigglers out of me as a kid. Not as much as Blair Witch Project or something like that. But I love this fun marketing that they're doing. And I do think it's time for a trailer. If they kept releasing these 3-second snippets of these fucking kids running around the street like they're joining the fucking Foot Clan, that was going to get on my nerves. I'm like, I think we need to show something now. So I think this is the start of it. Tomorrow, we'll definitely have a breakdown video for I Know What You Did Last Summer. And again, tomorrow night, we will be talking about all this with you guys. So make sure you subscribe and have the bell click, or you won't know when those videos happen. You won't know! It's a great brand new song. Also, yeah, click that shit, because we're going to do all the updates and we're going to cover the hell out of it. And Jay and I just did a bunch of stuff on Patreon as well that you'll be seeing. A basket case review is going to be on there. We did some scary video reactions, which kind of ties into this type of stuff. There's all sorts of cool stuff going on the Patreon. Already on there is our Sinner spoiler review, as well as a tour of Jay's home, which was fun as shit and hilarious, in my opinion. I'm good in bed, which is also an opinion I have, but that doesn't really count here. I've got to go. I love your fucking faces. What do you guys think about all this? How pumped are you? Do you think it's going to live up to Barbarian? Do you think it's going to be even better? I'm going even better. I'm going even fucking better.